Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss vectors topic. So on that, in the previous class we are discussing collinear, what is meant by the collinear and coplanar. So based on the coplanar vectors, today we are discussing one problem. Now to observe here, I have the one problem. Show that the vectors 4i bar plus 13j bar minus 18k bar, I bar minus 2j bar plus 3k bar and 2i bar plus 3j bar minus 4k bar are coplanar. So here we want to show that these three vectors are coplanar. So before going to explaining of this problem, so what is meant by the coplanar? So for suppose if you have the three vectors a bar, B bar, C bar are three vectors. Now, so how to show that the given vectors is a coplanar vectors? So what is meant by the coplanar? The vectors lies on the same plane. The vectors lies on the same plane. So therefore the vectors are said to be a coplanar vectors. Otherwise you are saying one vector is equal to any one vector, either A bar, B bar or C bar. Here I am taking C bar. C bar is equal to linear combination of other two vectors. Linear combination of other two vectors. So other two vectors means here A bar and B bar. So XA bar plus YB bar. Linear combination of other two vectors XA bar plus YB bar. Here X and Y are the scalars. So here to write the C bar vector and A bar vector and B bar vector, compare to get the three equations. So solve any two equations to get the x and y values. That x and y values substitute in third equation. When you are satisfying, given vectors are coplanar vectors. For suppose when you are not satisfying, given vectors are non-coplanar vectors. So and also we are saying one more method also. So to show that is a coplanar means if the determinant of the three vectors, determinants of the three vectors is equal to 0, therefore the given vectors are coplanar vectors. So now I am solving the both methods now. So to observe clearly, so let us take the given vectors first. Let A bar is equal to 4i bar plus 13j bar minus 18k bar. B bar is equal to I bar minus 2j bar plus 3k bar, and C bar is equal to take it 2i bar plus 3j bar minus 4k bar. So here three vectors we will be having already given it is a coplanar vectors. So that is nothing but a given A bar, B bar, C bar. Sorry, you want to show that there is a coplanar vectors. So therefore you take it. One vector is equal to C bar is equal to X into A bar plus Y into B bar. One vector is equal to linear combination of other two vectors. Here X and Y are scalars. X comma Y are scalars. So here C bar value is 2I bar plus 3J bar minus 4K bar is equal to X into A bar value 4I bar plus 13j bar minus 18k bar plus y into B bar vector is I bar minus 2j bar plus 3k bar. So now here this is equal to, so multiply with x and separate the I, j, k bar coefficients. So that is nothing but here 4x into I bar plus 13x into j bar minus 18x into k bar plus here y into I bar minus 2y into j bar plus 3y into k bar. So therefore this is equal to, here I have the one item, here also I have the one item. So take the I common, so that is 4x plus y into I bar. So and j bar take the common, so plus 13x minus 2y into j bar plus k bar take the common, so that is minus 18x plus 3y into k bar. So now here I have the I bar coefficient, j bar coefficient and k bar coefficient. The left side also have the I, j, k coefficients. So now compare the both sides I, j and k bar coefficients. Then we get 4x plus y is equal to 2. I bar coefficient is 4x plus y is equal to 2. This you take the first equation, and second one 13x minus 2y is equal to 3. This you take the second equation, and minus 18x plus 3y is equal to minus 4. This you consider as a third equation. So now here, here we get the three equations in terms of x and y. So now here these three equations solve any two equations, either these two equations or these two equations or these two equations. When I am solving, we will get the x and y values. That x and y values substitute in third equation when I am satisfying. So that is a coplanar vectors, otherwise non-coplanar vectors. Here I am solving 1 and 2. Solve 1 and 2. Then, so here I have the y coefficient is 1, here y coefficient is 2 is there. So first equation multiply with 2, then we get 8x plus 2y is equal to 4, and here 13x minus 2y is equal to 3. Add these two equations, then here 18 plus 13, 21x is equal to 7. So x is equal to 1 by 3. X value is 1 by 3. Now these x values substitute any one of the equation. So therefore we get the y value. So therefore 4x plus y is equal to 2. Substitute here 4 by 3 plus y is equal to 2. Y is equal to 2 minus 4 by 3 is equal to, so this value is 6 minus 4, 2 by 3. So it's the y value. Now I got the x and y values when we are solving 1 and 2. So now whatever values here will be getting, these x and y values substitute in third equation when I are satisfying the third equation. So therefore the given vectors are coplanar vectors. I am substituting the x value and y value here. So that is minus 18x plus 3y is equal to minus 4. So minus 18 into x value is 1 by 3 plus 3 into y value is 2 by 3 is equal to minus 4. So here 3 ones are 3 6 are 3 cancel. So minus 6 plus 2 is equal to minus 4. So minus 4 is equal to minus 4. Now to observe, so these x and y values are satisfying third equation. So minus 4 is equal to minus 4. So when I satisfy the third equation, therefore the given vectors are, this given three vectors are coplanar vectors. So this is the one method to finding the given vectors are coplanar vectors or not. So and I have the one more method. So when I am finding the determinant of the three vectors is equal to 0 is also a given vectors are coplanar vectors. That also I am explaining here. So here given vectors a bar, b bar, c bar. So now I am finding the determinant whether we will be getting 0. So given vectors are coplanar vectors, otherwise it is a non-coplanar vectors. So determinant to find it here. So a bar, b bar, c bar coefficients to write here. 4, 13, minus 18, and b bar coefficients 1, minus 2, 3, 2, 3, minus 4. So here plus, minus, plus, plus, minus, plus. So this is equal to 4 into determinant of 3 by 3 matrix. 4 into this 4 row and 4 column to remove AD minus BC. AD minus BC. So then 8 minus 3 3s are 9. minus 13 into 13 row and 13 column to remove, remaining AD minus BC. So this one and this one to remove. So AD minus 4, BC minus 6. Next here minus 18 into, so minus 18 row and column to remove, remaining AD minus BC. So AD value is 3 minus BC, minus or minus plus will become here. So 2 2s are 4 plus 4. So this is equal to 4 into minus 1 minus 13 into minus 10 minus 18 into 7. So this is equal to minus 4. So minus into minus plus 130 minus 126. So 87s are minus 126. This is equal to minus 126 minus 4 minus 130 plus 130. So is equal to 0. To observe clearly here. So now determinant of these three vectors becoming 0. So when I am getting the 0, so therefore the given vectors are A bar, B bar, C bar are coplanar vectors. This is the concept of coplanar vectors. And later, so we are discussing the addition of vectors. How to add the two vectors. Addition of two vectors. So by triangle law, we are taking a diagram like this. So this is the A, B and C point. Now AC bar is equal to, by using the law of triangle, AC bar is equal to AB bar plus BC bar. So AC bar is equal to AB bar plus BC bar. For suppose I am taking here AB bar is equal to A bar vector and BC bar I am taking here B bar vector. Therefore, the resultant vector of AC bar is equal to, let us take this is the resultant vector. So then R bar equal to A bar plus B bar. This is the resultant vector of, this is called a law of triangle in vectors. So now here clearly wants to observe. So AC bar is equal to AB bar plus BC bar. Here terminal vector and initial vector are same. When I am adding these two, we get the AC bar. Similarly, for suppose when you are taking the any other additions, so you are having like this. So A, B, C, D. So D. So AD bar is equal to. So now here AB bar plus BC bar plus CD bar. So now clearly to observe here in the AD bar vector, AB bar, here terminal vector, here initial vector are same. Similarly, here terminal vector, here initial vector are same. So when I am adding like this, we will get the AD bar. So AD bar is equal to AB bar plus BC bar plus CD bar. So here like this to write it. But suppose here any negative sign are there, to write the minus negative of the vectors. So suppose here having like this are there. So that case we write the minus of CB bar. So the negative vector to write it and simplify, we get the answers. And similarly, any other polygon also, when you are adding by addition of the vectors, we get the results automatically. So Students, so here this is the addition of two vectors. So now when I have given the two vectors, how to add the two vectors, so that I am explaining now. Say for suppose a bar is equal to 2I bar plus 3j bar minus 2k bar, and b bar is equal to 3I bar minus 5j bar plus 5k bar. So now addition of these two vectors is a bar plus b bar. So then to add these two vectors means here write it a bar vector and as well as b bar vector. So 3I bar minus 5j bar plus 5k bar. So now to here addition of these two vectors is nothing but to add their corresponding I bar, j bar, k bar coefficients. So that is nothing but 2 plus 3, 5I bar, 3 plus 3 minus 5 minus 2j bar minus 2 plus 5 3k bar. So like this to add these things. Already you know these things. Then once again I repeated these things. And so next concept. Few problems having based on the three-dimensional geometry. So what is the three-dimensional geometry? Before going to the three-dimensional geometry, so few concepts I am explaining in two-dimensional geometry, because already in the previous classes we have studied the two-dimensional geometry. So here in the two-dimensional geometry we have the x-axis and y-axis. So is the point of intersection is the origin. So here concepts is here mainly if you have a point here, let p x comma y. So in the two-dimensional geometry we have the x and y, because here two coordinates having x coordinate as well as y coordinate. So the point also have the two values x comma y. The point x comma y is nothing but, so the length of x axis is x units and length of y axis is y units. So and also one concept to remember, the point lies on the x axis. Point lies on the x axis means y coordinate is equal to 0. But suppose from here to here length is a units. The point on the x axis means your y coordinate is equal to 0, and point on the y axis. Point on the y-axis means x coordinate is equal to 0, and here to here length you are taking the b. So one important concept to remember here, the point lies on the x-axis means y coordinate is equal to 0, and point lies on the y-axis means x coordinate is equal to 0. So these two points in the two-dimensional geometry is very important. Based on these concepts, you are studied distance between the 2 points also. For suppose p is the x comma y or x1 y1, and I have one more point in here 2D. So one more point you are taking x2 y2. Distance between these 2 points. Distance between the 2 points is, so pq is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So in the two-dimensional geometry we are studied distance between distance between 2 points is under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So based on these concepts, so we have studied some basic concepts of three-dimensional geometry. So the three dimension is nothing but, so you have seen the previous some 3D movies also. 3D movies, when you are in the movie, so you have the screen. Actually screen have the two-dimensional only, but when you are seeing that one more axis is nothing but our spectacles. When you are given the spectacles, that is the third axis. Third axis having the, for suppose, so this is the 2D plane. So third axis having perpendicular to these two planes. Perpendicular to these two planes means, so for suppose having like this. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. One more axis having that is perpendicular to these two axes, that I am showing like this. So like this having the straight like this having, that is not possible to try here. So then that I am drawing like this. So now here 3D geometry, because some questions are having an exercise based on 3D geometry, so that concepts also required. That's why now we are explaining. So here in the three-dimensional geometry, we have the three axes having, that is the x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis, and point of intersection of the three axes is the origin. Now, so this x-axis and y-axis is perpendicular to each other. So angle between these two axes is 90 degrees. Similarly, the angle between the y-axis and z-axis is also 90 degrees, and angle between the z and x-axis is also 90 degrees, because these three are mutually perpendicular to each other. X and y and z axis are mutually perpendicular to each other. So here, so generally this is the x axis, this is the y axis, z axis we are drawing like this, but these having like this. So having like this, you can see, so like this perpendicular to this one. So perpendicular means from here to here perpendicular, from this one to z axis is perpendicular, and from this one to these also perpendicular. So this is the z axis. So that one can't possible to draw here. So that I am drawing the here, that like this I am drawing. So these three are x, y, z axis are mutually perpendicular to each other. And so let us take the one point in a space. So in this space I am taking the one point. Let us take that point P, x, y, z, because here I am taking the three values. So three axes are there. So to take the three values x, y, z. So now here, so that space. So the point lies on the x axis. For suppose if point having, so point lies on the x axis. Point lies on the x axis means, so x value only have the number, remaining y z values are zeros. So x comma 0 comma 0. The point lies on the x axis means y coordinate and z coordinates are zeros. Here, this is a very important points, very important also. Point lies on the x axis. Point lies on the x axis means y coordinate and z coordinates are zeros, and point lies on the y axis. Point lies on the y axis means x coordinate and z coordinate are zeros. Similarly, point lies on the z axis. Point lies on the z axis means x and y are zeros and z as it is will become. So this is the points lies on x, y, z axis respectively. So when basic concepts to remember, point is lies on x means, so x only have the point, remaining two values are zeros. That is the y coordinate, z coordinate 0. And point lies on y axis means y only the point, remaining x and z are zeros. Point lies on the z axis means, so x and y points are, y coordinates are zeros, z coordinate as it is will become. So here I have some planes also. So this is called here from here to here. This part is called a xy plane, and from this part, this plane is called a yz plane, and this plane is called a xz plane. So three planes are there. So and point having the space, some space, other values here outside is there. So except here. So other point, this is the point x, y, z, other than here. So now, so this is the xy plane. So these are all the part. This part is the xy plane. This is yz plane. It is a zx plane. So point lies on the xy plane. Suppose point having the here, the point xy plane. So when the point having the xy plane, z value is 0. But suppose here I have one point. So a point is there. So that means here point is lies on xy plane means x, y, z value is 0. Point lies on the xy plane. So point lies on the xy plane means z coordinate is 0. And similarly, point lies on the yz plane. Point lies on the yz plane. So that case, that is the x coordinate is 0. Point lies on the yz plane. So yz plane lies on yz plane means x coordinate is 0. This is the y coordinate as it is, z coordinate is as it is. But suppose point lies on the xz plane. Point lies on the xz plane. So that case y coordinate is 0. So x 0 z. So this is, you will take the C point. So then this is the points are, these points are very important. So point lies on the x coordinate, point lies on the x axis. So since y z zeros and point lies on the y axis, x and z zeros, point lies on the z axis. So x and y are zeros. Similarly, point lies on the xy plane. So then z is 0 and point lies on the yz plane, x is 0. Point lies on the xz plane, so y is 0. These concepts to remember. Now, so what is the distance between the distance from P x y z to xy plane? What is the distance from P xyz to xy plane? So what is the, here asking the xy plane point here xy 0. So what is the distance from P to A? So what is the distance of PA? So PA distance is required here. So use the distance formula also. Distance between the 2 points in the 3D is, so PA is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So that is the distance between the 2 points in a 3-dimensional geometry. Because you get the one more axis, z axis, that's why you are writing z2 minus z1 whole square. So this is equal to under root. So now the distance between these 2 points is, so first 2 points x2 minus x1, x minus x is 0 plus y minus y is 0 plus z minus 0 whole square. So this is equal to square cancel. So mod z. So therefore the distance from, the formula is very important. The distance from P xyz to the xy plane is mod z. Similarly, the distance from the point to yz plane, the distance from P xyz to xyz plane. So yz plane is nothing but a mod x, and similarly the distance from P xyz to xz plane is equal to, it's a mod y. So whatever values is not there here, that mod value to write it, because the distance is always positive. That's why here I am applying the mod value. So the distance from P xyz to xy plane is mod z, and the distance from the point to the yz plane is mod x, and the distance from point to the xz plane is mod y. Similarly, so one more formula to remember. The distance from P xyz to x-axis, the distance from P xyz to the x-axis distance. So x-axis distance is nothing but the point on the x-axis means y coordinate and z coordinate are zeros. Here are the only x. Now the distance between the P and this one. So distance between these 2 points now I am finding. So P, this will take the, give the name, some D will take it. So PD is equal to distance from P to this one is under root x minus x whole square, that is 0 square, plus y minus 0 whole square, y square, and z minus 0 whole square, z square. So then under root y square plus z square. So therefore the distance from space point from x, y, z to the x axis is under root y square plus z square. Formula is very important. The distance from point to the x axis is under root y square plus z square. Similarly, the distance from point to the y-axis. So x-axis is nothing but, here we get the y square plus z square. Similarly, so y-axis is nothing but except y, remaining value x square plus z square, and one more, the distance from the point to the z-axis is equal to under root, z-axis is nothing but except z, that is x square plus y square. So this is the formulas, is very important. We require to finding the problems in the exercise. Few problems are there based on these three formulas and these three formulas. Now to remember these formulas, so the distance from P x y z to xy plane is mod z, and the distance from the point to the yz plane is mod x, and the distance from point to the xz plane is mod y, and similarly the distance from the point to the x-axis is under root y square plus z square, and the distance from point to the y-axis is under root x square plus z square, and the distance from point to the z-axis is under root x square plus y square. Students, based on these concepts, so here I have our problem. What is the distance from the point 2, 3, 4 to the xy plane? To the xy plane, that is the first bit, and x-axis. So find the distance from the point to the x-axis, and find the distance from point to the origin, and find the distance from point to the this point, one more point. So then here the first bit to observe. So the distance from, find the distance from the point to the given point, to take the P 2, 3, 4. That first bit. So the distance from P 2, 3, 4 to xy plane. So previously we are studying the distance from point to the xy plane. So the distance from xyz to the plane xy plane is mod z. So then the formula here mod z. So mod z is nothing but here 2, 3, 4. Z value is 4. So therefore answer is 4. So the distance from point to the xy plane is 4. And second bit here, the distance from P 2, 3, 4 to x-axis. 2 x-axis means here the formula here having the distance from point to the x-axis. Point to the x-axis is under root y square plus z square. So here also the formula to apply, under root y square plus z square. This is equal to under root y square. So y value here, this is x, y, z. Y square means 9 plus z square is 16 is equal to under root 25 is equal to 5. So therefore the distance from point to the x-axis is 5 units. That is the second bit. And third bit, the distance from P 2, 3, 4 to origin. So origin is 0, 0, 0. Distance between the 2 points. So distance between the 2 points formula to apply, under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. This is equal to under root 2 minus 0 whole square, 2 square plus 3 minus 0 whole square, 3 square, 4 minus 0 whole square, 4 square. So this is equal to under root 4 plus 9 plus 16. So therefore 25 plus 4, 29. So root 29 is the right answer. And one more and last bit in this one. So you are asking find the distance between this point to the one more point. Distance between the 2 points. First point is 2, 3, 4 and one more point is minus 2, 7, 3. You can use the distance between the 2 points formula is under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So this is equal to under root. So here take it, this is x1 y1 z1, it is x2 y2 z2. So therefore x2 minus x1 whole square. So minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 whole square is a 16, minus 4 whole square value 16 plus 7 minus 3 4, so is also a 16 plus 3 minus 4, 3 minus 4 is 1, so 1 square is 1. This is equal to under root 32 plus 1 33 units. So the distance between these 2 points is root 33 units. So this is the example based on these formulas, and some more problems we are discussing in the next video. Thank you.